All right, Rocco, let's get our eyes on this. In my opinion, you're looking better, but man, there's a lot of room for improvement. So I'm going to let the first three or four swings just go in regular motion so you can take a look at it, and then I'll start breaking it down. All right. Let's let's go back to that last one and break that one down. Do. Okay. So let's see. I went back to not enough. So let's see where you're at when you start timing the ball, which is our leg kick, when we pick that foot up. Now, let's just go with stance. That looks better. I still think we got to get the knob down more, not to where it's facing the ground, but where it's facing more the catcher back here. And you've done a good job of doing that, but you're still fighting that a little bit. Second, I want to talk about your legs. This back leg is really hindering you right there. You got to get that more loaded, just in your stance. I recommend you starting more here in that stance instead of there. Right there, you're pretty close to your connection or your load. So that'd be a lot easier on you if you're late in the game or anyway. It just helps out where you don't start looking for power when you kick. So again, that's a pretty good position right there. Now, what I'd like to see is just a little more in there. When you relax through that hip, that back hip starts rotating a little bit to get that all the way loaded. And then we'll pick up our foot. So when you pick your foot up right there, and this is our timing. We should be timing our swing only. So when you pick up, instead of that kick being for him to go, your kick still is for all of that. So you see how you go up when you kick in those shoulders? That, my friend Rocco, that is why I'm wanting everything to get down. Shoulders hanging down, hands more down, everything more down. Everything should be feeling down here. So when you kick, that bad boy right there is the reason why we're kicking, is to get that through a ball. So you kick, and it has that little hiccup right there, that little, that's our delay. So you're not timing swing right there. You're still timing a little load, or I call it a hiccup. And so that puts a delay on your timing. So then when you come down, your foot comes back down. Look how open everything is. Boom. Look how collapsed that is, open that is. And then look at our arms. It gets real arm barred right there. This is everybody when we have a blend for our moves. So when you kick, if that was for hip to attack, you could come back down in a closed position like that. But instead, you blend your moves. So when you kick, you're still doing stuff here. And everybody that blends lands slightly open, collapsed on the back leg. All this is opened up. And then our hands get real slow from there. And your dad's always going, he's got slow. He's got a slow swing. Well, that's what he's talking about. You open up right there because you blend. And so then your swing drags. See that dragging? Drag, 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 drag. And not to mention what that head's doing right there. Kind of looking up, aren't you? Make sure that nose is right down on that ball. Those are the things I'm not as worried about with you, though, Rocco. That'll all come. What we got to get is your timing mechanism being truly a timing mechanism. Right now, in my opinion, when I watch this, you're kicking for no reason. There's no reason to even pick your foot up because you're not timing a ball with that, and that's what the little leg kick is. That's our timing. So that's the start of our swing when we kick. And you'll see, again, let's watch it first in slow motion. When you kick, you're kicking for that top half right there. The back hip turns for you, but he's supposed to be our leader. He's supposed to take us through the ball. He's supposed to create our bat path. Well, your whole bat path and your whole thing is just top half. Let's go to the next swing before I break that down again. But again, I think getting your eyes on this is really going to help you understand why I'm always bitching at you about getting your hands more down, because I can see you're fighting it a little bit because you're comfortable. You feel good with your hands up there like that. And it's to the point, though, we got to get a little uncomfortable to work on things, because anything we change is going to feel weird for 2 weeks. You just got to, that was a little better, get them hands down. But you just got to commit to it and just trust that, man, I'm trying to make it easier for you. Right now, you make it hard for yourself because of what you do here. Like, again, we need to be fully loaded once we get right there. So when that foot starts coming off the ground, and I feel like this is getting better right here. That position right there, that's pretty damn good. Again, your nemesis, your enemy is that. Again, we don't need our bat. We need to be in control of our bat at all times, ready with our bat. But it doesn't do anything on our kick. That's the whole, when I'm always trying to tell you guys, relaxation is our power. Because if I could get you to get your hands down, shoulders down, elbows relaxed, now your hip could really work. But instead, it gets shut off. So watch how it shuts off on you. You kick, you go up to feel those hands, because that's what you feel. You're not meaning to do that, but that's where your energy is up. Everything is up right there. So when you kick, that's where the kick goes to. And so watch the hip will shut down right there. And then that's what I call crashing to the ball. Where that rhythm, when you kick, that rhythm should take you through the ball right there. Instead, without stopping, like water flowing. So that should start the flow and go. Well, yours stops because of this, and then crashes. Now, again, I want you to remember this for the rest of your life playing baseball, because this is what we get yelled at for practice all the time. This is what we get yelled at and confused about, is talking about our swing being long, shoulders dipping, and our front side pulling off. That all happens usually due to blending. So when you kick, this stuff should be down and ready, and the hands will move because you're relaxed. Naturally move. Yours has a force to it because you're so tight up there. So again, it shuts this bad boy down. That's your power. Okay, so again, because you blend your moves, instead of separating, being completely, you're damn close though, bub. You're almost completely loaded right there. I think the hip could be a little more in there in that backside. But this is what's got to get to your slot. We've got to get those hands in your slot, the slot that you actually hit from. And I'll show you where that position should be here in a second. But you blend instead of separate. So we should be separated, completely done loading. Now we're just timing swing. So I hope you see this, that you're timing that up right there. And then your swing, which creates doop, opened, long, barred out, and collapsed. That is every hitter. And this is unfortunately what most hitters choose in baseball. This will eventually get you out of baseball. It puts holes in our swing where we can't compete against good pitching. Where we should be landing. I'm trying to find that slot where you actually want to go. Oh, there it is, right. Look how much lower your hands are right there when you go to swing compared to where you start. This is where they are when you swing. This is where you fight. I'm trying to get there. You finally got there. You need to, and when I'm saying in this position, the height of it, those hands still need to be cocked and everything, like we've talked about. The knob facing the catcher's mask. But think about how much power you could be generating, Rock, if you were somewhere in that position, but back and ready. But that height, that low. So then you're not contending with that. So then you could swing through this whole thing where you can't swing your bat until there. Well, dadgum, what if you're late in the game? Well, what's going to happen? You just freeze? Yeah. Again, we're not going to be perfect on our timing, and that's the great thing about timing this bad boy. He just has to be close. These, they got to be precise. So you got to be ready for anything, a quick pitch or just being late on our timing on a fastball. You got to still be able to swing the bat. And again, what I fight you guys on is having a slot, your hands, where you can't hit, and then finally you can hit. You should be able to swing. So then nothing affects us. Curveballs, changeups, hard fastballs in. So we got to be ready to react. We need to be ready to react from when the pitcher's throwing it all the way to the plate. Again, that ball's probably halfway there, you still can't swing, and now you finally can swing. So, boy, that's just really risky, Rocco. All fixable, though, which is the great thing, and you're working your butt off, so don't get discouraged by this. I want you to see this and make you understand you're getting closer and closer. But the biggest thing you're fighting, and you don't mean to, I'm not saying you're fighting it on me, but you're just because of comfort, is this. We got to get all that down. And then the head tilt. We've got to get your head level where your eyes are level and all this down. Shoulders down, everything down in our hips. So, man, if we were right here, somewhere in here, with our hands to start, even if they're a little higher than that, I don't care. But we've got to get that down. We got to get them out of the way. Got to get them out of the way. Your hip's doing nothing. So again, this kick should be telling that hip to attack. Well, instead, and again, I think that's a pretty decent position. I think we could be a little more loaded, but that's pretty dang good. Your kick is for your top half to crash that ball. And look how your hands lead instead of your hip. Boy, that's just a crapshoot, hoping and praying that we're on time. Okay? Now, we could talk about all this, but why? All that's happening because of the horrible position we're in to swing. Again, when we crash to the ball, our mechanics fly apart or fly south on that. Yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, so before I get the swing down, I want, and see, I think I probably said something there and you tried to put your hands down, then you went, I like them back up here. Get those suckers down. All right, so here's what I want to see next time I see you. Your stance more starting there, but let that back leg get a little more loaded. But see how you're probably 50-50 in your stance, 50%, 50%. I want to get 60-40 in your, man, that didn't work out. But I want 60-40 on your stance. So like more here, starting more like that, where you feel more ready. Doesn't that just in your eyes look a little more ready to hit right there? And so then when we relax through our hip here to start moving, we're already pretty much locked in right there. That would be a pretty darn good move right there. Again, this scares me because look how much you have to do to get to that position. That doesn't give you more power, okay? I want you to start a little more where that's 60% on the backside, 40% of your weight on the front side. And with all that said, though, I want it to always feel centered. Never losing that center of gravity, okay? And that center of gravity should be feeling down in it. Again, yours is up. And you just keep skipping your moneymaker, the back hip. Understand that. The hip does everything. The hands do the last little reaction and get that barrel on the ball, which that gets all the praise. But to make that easy, we've got to let that bad boy do all the workload. Well, again, you're trying. He keeps getting in the way. Okay? Down here. Everything should be down there. Because we're trying. Again, I'll show you again where you actually swing from. I can't. Again, Rocco, look. You can swing. Can't swing your bat. Can't swing your bat. Can't swing your bat. Can't swing your bat. And I broke down one you didn't even swing on. Jeez. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. So again, watch. Can't swing. Can't swing. Can't swing. Can't. And you got to that slot. Look where your hands come through at. There. But look how everything is so up. Your face is even up. Everything's up. In this is not just baseball. This is in football. This is in basketball. Everything needs to be down, 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 down. And that's why in our minds, we think down through. We don't think up to, we think down through to create backspin, to create power, to allow him to win. Again, you blend, so when you kick, you're not hitting yet. You're still got those hands in the way, kind of loading there. That creates the blend of the move, and you will open that front foot, collapse that backside, and that swing will be as long as a telephone pole. Okay? I think we can make this easy fix, but listen, you're going to have to get behind what I'm drilling in your head about the getting the hands down. Okay. I know you're uncomfortable putting them down right now, but man, I need you uncomfortable mistiming balls. I need you to get comfortable with timing balls. That's the whole key. We got to be able to time. We got to be able to react. You tell me, looking at this in slow motion, are you reacting to that ball? Let's start it over. Okay. Are you reacting to this ball or crashing to it? Yeah, there's no rhythm. And again, make sure you understand. I know you're trying your hardest, brother, and you've gotten a lot better just in a little short time. But now is the time. Season is going. We got to get over this hump to where we're timing a hiccup, and a swing. We only have time in this game to time our swing. So all the loading gets done. Again, I'd love for you to start more like this compared to like that. Starting more in it, more connected. All right, but so we get all the loading done here. Should be completely done as that heel's coming off the ground. You should be done loading, and now it's time to hit, brother. But watch how you have a delay. Delay. Crash. Okay? If this doesn't make sense to you, make sure we're talking to each other, and I'm going to send this by text to you and your dad. So if something doesn't look right, or if I'm saying something that doesn't make sense to you, you get with me, okay? And then the next time I see you, we're going to work on this. But I don't want any confusion on this. I don't want you to think you need to change everything about how to swing and all that. You just need to get this down to where you're kicking for your hip. And again, I'm going to show you one more time. Start with your stance more here. Oh. Look, I'm probably trying to force you to get your hands down right there. But start more in it, okay? More down, down, down. Get the tilt out. Head straight, eye level, okay? But again, it all goes together. If I can get this down for you, this stands up. Your head does. But because you have all that up in your shoulders and back and all that stuff in your head, man, you're seeing on a slant. Your eyes are slanted or they're cockeyed. Okay. All fixable though. So again, I want you to start more here. And again, the ending result, when we come back down, my friend, we're coming down. That foot will be on the ground right there. We'll have that center of gravity. Nothing has opened up. Everything is still in there. And you see, even like this right here, even with all that up, see how much more bent your elbow is right there? Compared to where you actually land. Look at that difference. We have to land there without any relief, without anything coming unloaded. So getting that front side in there and landing with it all in there. You land with it slightly out. So we're talking the difference of, I want you to land like this. Boom. You land like this. That is the difference in our swing. And I think, to make it simple, it's all fixable by starting with all this down and in it. All down. So we got all that hip doing all the work. All right, my friend. You're doing great. You're working hard. I think this should help.